You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Bad Girls Club After Show.
Hey, that's right, I said it.
Live the life you wish you had, sugar, spice, and everything.
What? Bad girls. I like that. Bad girls. Welcome to the Bad Girls Club. Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for the Bad Girls Club All-Star Battle, Season 1, Episode 10. Are we already at? Oh, I was like 10. Episode 6.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if the show's going fast for me or slow for me.
I think it's going slow for me, and maybe it's because also we keep losing so many bad girls for over nothing.
Right.
I'm still devastated over mad
Rocky?
about Rocky.
About the whole Shamrock situation.
I'm very because oh my god, they would have just blown up this season. It would have been her launching pad to her own spinoff. Like I feel like she could have done it.
I feel like it would have been a launching pad for her to not take Natalie Nunn's place, but to kind of be like one of the top bad girls.
Right.
Ever.
Watch out, Natalie. Watch out.
Watch out, here we come. So yeah, we actually had Natalie in studio
I
2 weeks ago during our break. But before we get into all that, I am Jesse Janedy, joined in studio by Chevonne Hughes.
Hello.
Stephanie Bauer unfortunately could not make it today, but she is watching, so shout out to Stephanie.
Yes.
All right, so we had Natalie Nunn in. She gave us some really in-depth stuff, so if you guys missed that interview, make sure you check it out at AfterBuzzTV.com. And then before that, we had Amber. But apparently, it was so riled up that Flo's camp reached out, and Flo wants to clear some stuff up. So Flo's going to be calling in within the next couple episodes. So that's going to be really exciting to hear what she wants to clear up.
Can't wait to hear that.
Can't wait to ask her some questions because, I mean, I got to say, at first... I made sure we paused the episode, and I said to Chevonne, I wanted to say to Chevonne what I thought Flo was going to do, because I thought Flo was playing the game a certain way.
The smart way.
The smart way, I guess.
Yeah.
So now, Flo, we need you to call in because we need you to discuss what your idea of your plan was.
And if that coin toss really did have some bearing on your choice, or were you putting on a little show for the camera so that later on when the girls saw it, they couldn't really blame you as much? Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
Let's go to the beginning. It was the funny little scene between the twins and Judy practicing their trivia.
It was cute.
It was cute.
Can you ask, which one was it, Gabby or Danny, about the continent? Like, did she really not know?
It was Danny.
It was Danny. You do me a favor and ask her if she really didn't know how many continents there were.
I mean, sometimes you get, who knows what editing was, but sometimes you get a little confused. It took me a second to think about the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. I was like, wait a minute, what else?
Well, we got the Indian, right?
No, I know. I had to just think.
But then Judy pops her head up. She's like, I'm smart. I was just like, oh, Judy. I love me some Judy.
You gotta. I mean, this was the star of the episode tonight.
She really was.
So just kind of going throughout the house, Natalie, she wants the twins out. Jen wants Natalie out, which is an interesting situation. But I feel like Jen's playing the game. She knows, well, I need to get Natalie out because she's competition.
Right.
Flo's winning challenges. Natalie's not really winning challenges. So let's get rid of Natalie.
Is this the first time they mentioned her brother, who's in?
No. Remember, a couple weeks back, Jen said that she wanted the money for her brother.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, I must have missed that. That's kind of important.
So Flo moves in with Natalie and Jen,
Right. Because she wants to sleep next to her enemies.
supposedly.
Yeah.
Flo's trying to be cool with the twins and Judy again. And now we start to see this pattern of Flo where she's kind of running around everybody and trying to be cool with everybody and make it seem like she's not sending, isn't going to send them in.
Right.
Strategic?
I would say so. Yeah. Why make the next couple of days awkward and weird? Just don't say anything. Like, I don't think she said either way until the day of that she was like, you don't have to worry about it to the twins. Like, just do your own thing. Like, don't worry about it. Which to me hinted that she was planning on putting up Natalie and Jen, just like what you said.
But before that, because she hadn't won yet, going off of the last challenge where she promised the twins, Judy and Julie, she wasn't going to put any of them in.
Right.
And then it was Julie who ended up going
Right.
home. So it just comes down to well, bitch, I don't trust you now.
Right.
And then here you are now up in my face trying to be all cool with me, oh, she had to go. No.
Well, what's the alternative? Side with Natalie and Jen. It's kind of like the three of them are kind of not strong enough.
Who?
The twins and Judy to fend for themselves without having Flo there. So what's the alternative? You know what I'm saying? Why not try if they didn't trust her and kind of went along with her?
Well, I don't
what else
really.
could they do?
Well, my thing is, I think it's just about thinking deeper into it because Jen isn't on Team Natalie. She rooms with Natalie, but at the end of the day, Jen's playing the game. Jen wants to she said, I want to keep the twins there.
Right.
Yeah, and at the end, I was actually surprised that Natalie said what she said about Judy and about keeping the twins there. So we get to the first challenge. It's called Breakfast in Bed. Judy felt very honored to be the bad girl who this was named after. Round one was this challenge for me, because I also do the Real World Road Rules Battle of the Challenges for MTV. And those challenges are really intense. And these ones have kind of been a little campy. There have been some intense ones, but kind of campy. This one for me was probably one of the better challenges. I liked that it made it was 3 rounds: stamina, strength, and mental.
Mental, yeah.
So we get to the stamina test. You have to stand on one leg on a bedpost,
That is so
holding a
fun.
giant bowl of cereal.
Fruit Loops.
Judy throws up before they even start anything. And she says she has to throw up before every challenge because she gets anxiety and she needs to get rid of the demons.
Okay, I accept that.
All right.
It still was not pleasant to look at, but that little image that they did after of the little devil.
I just
Editors
think
win
it's,
again.
you probably drank too much and the smell of milk in the hot sun was probably wafting up your nose.
But couldn't she just be like, hey guys, I gotta give me a second and then go off to the side? But she literally was just sitting up there ready to start. They haven't even started it yet. She's just
She balanced while throwing up, but couldn't balance herself while holding the bowl.
it's it's coming. Whatever. It happened.
So Judy falls and Danny falls, and I really felt like Gabby was going to hang in there. And she didn't.
Last
She
round.
fell,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So that team was kind of like, oh, shit.
Right.
We're screwed. Round 2, Natalie, Flo, and Jen continue, and they have to pull suitcases.
Right.
It's funny
Dead
because
weight. Yeah.
you picked
Those 3 people.
the final 3.
Because the first one was stamina, right? Anybody knows a stripper has some stamina. So I knew,
Do you really have stamina?
right? And then the second one was strength, Flo, friggin' beast, right? And then the last one was mental, right? Who is the most head casey person up in there? And that's Natalie Nunn.
And that's kind of the way it worked, except for the end. I mean, strength, Natalie won.
Yeah. Well, she was surprised the hell out of me, but you said her husband is a football player, and that was like a football drill. But if you see her, like, her thighs are just pushing her. I kind of want to, like, train with her.
I think Flo could have had that one, but I honestly will say I think the cigarettes is what held Flo back.
Doesn't Natalie smoke, though?
I don't believe so. No, I don't
Okay.
think so. Round 3 was the puzzle, Flo versus Natalie. Flo completes the first puzzle and then also completes the second puzzle while Natalie was still on the first one.
That surprised me.
I mean, you know, sometimes, hey, it just
Get a little caught up.
bees like that sometimes. And so Flo wins the battle challenge. Flo tells Jen that she's safe and she has nothing to worry about. They're kind of relating to each other as far as Flo talking about her daughter and Jen talking about her brother. And Flo, and I do believe that about Flo. I do think out of everyone in the house, Flo wants Jen there because she kind of thinks of her as an equal. She looks at her, she's like, she doesn't really get messy with any of the drama. She's really playing the game. She's kind of a lone ranger, and I think I don't know.
Fair.
We'll ask her when she calls in, but I just think Flo actually has a respect for that.
Yes, there is a place for respect, and then there's also a place for, like, let's play this game the right way. Jen is a threat. Like, there's never been, I mean, like, she's always shown
She's
that.
consistent.
She's very consistent. So, like,
But at the same time, I mean, it could be Flo's mentality. When we watch the MTV challenges, they like keeping certain people there because they like the competition at the end. They want the people who deserve it. Because, I mean, if you win against people you don't think you ever had people you know you have a chance against, what have you really proved?
I'm not there to prove anything. I want that money.
That's true. But I'm
mean,
just
like,
saying
yeah.
how on
Yeah.
MTV, these people are so competitive, and it gets to that type of
get
a
it.
point. That is the other game. The other game is, well, let's just knock the strongest ones out first. So Flo tells her she's safe, and Judy starts drinking the vodka.
That's her voodoo for you.
She goes ham with the vodka, and then Gabby starts throwing up. Now, Gabby's not really one to really ever want to go out. She's kind of the mom of the group.
Right.
So I was actually surprised that she threw up, but I'm not surprised that she stayed inside. So good looks, girl. Even though she just probably didn't want to babysit. She saw
Yeah.
Judy already drinking. She was like,
It was a wrap.
Nope, yep. She'll be the first one right to the house. Like, bye.
Judy, I love Judy, but, like, I just wanna give her a hug. You know, there's something missing there in her life.
So they went to Hollywood Hookah, which is a great place, by the way. I actually went this weekend. And not only are they, drinking and smoking hookah, but Judy is twerking and flashing her hoo-ha.
That's what she's missing. Her
What?
Fruit of the Looms.
Her underwear?
Her underwears.
Girl. There's a few
Yes.
things that Judy's missing, and that is one of them.
A major
For
component.
sure. Flo's pissed. She's like, I don't respect girls that do stuff like this. I can understand getting upset about it. I actually, again, I'm happy that Flo didn't bug out. And the way she handled the situation, I thought was good and very composed for Flo.
Yeah.
You agree?
I agree immensely. Like, she kept it together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could, like, with all that going, I would have been so embarrassed and therefore super angry over it.
And I also thought it was funny afterwards when they get home, when they're in the limo, Judy's telling everyone that she loves them. And at that point, it's just like, oh, this bitch is drunk. You know, when someone in the group is telling everyone how much they love me, you're like, oh, God, we're going to have to take care of this one.
Right.
And I was surprised Natalie actually ended up taking care of her.
Yeah. She got up those steps pretty nicely.
Well, she threatened her. She said, if you can get up these steps, I'll give you the bottle. And Judy was like, oop, 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 oop.
And those stilettos didn't miss a step. Did not miss a step.
Did not miss a step, and that shout out to Judy for that one because that
Right.
was pretty entertaining. Natalie says, Judy's funny when she starts getting drunk and is yelling. I think it's entertaining. And then Judy starts getting it's kind of like a roller coaster. First, it was like she was really happy and lovey. Then she's just kind of on the ground, blacking out. And then she starts taking paintings off the wall and screaming
Grabbing chairs.
weird noises and throwing fruits. That is the moment where I say, I need to go to bed personally, and you continue doing what you're doing, and see you in the morning.
It just kept escalating. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of sad to look at. But
To watch,
I mean, at one point, yes, like Natalie said, it was entertaining. It's funny. But there's always that one point when you go out with friends when it's like that one person has one too many shots and you're like, my night's over. Great.
Yep.
And it was just like sad to like see it coming and be like, you can't do anything about it.
And it's also interesting because you brought up her mom. What does her mom think? And I thought it was funny that at the end she actually mentioned that.
Well, I just like, I don't know, just like seeing like when she was up against the wall and like she literally pulled up her dress. It didn't like we have seen like her dress come up on its own, right? But she literally pulled up her dress to show her ass when she was up against the wall twerking. And I just, if I was her mother, I'd just be embarrassed. If I was her father, I'd be angry. It's just at some point when you, like, how old is she now? She's probably like 26, maybe?
probably.
It's like at some point, it's like, that's just not acceptable when you're in the club. I'm just saying.
I mean, hashtag Rima.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But at least Judy don't get a kid, so that kind of gives Judy a few extra cool points.
Sure. She needs to get herself together before she even thinks about procreating. Please.
Flo's outside trying to calm Judy down. I thought that was also interesting. Again, I think, well, I can't say that. I felt like Flo actually respected Jen and then also kind of had a respect for Judy too. Because I thought it was interesting that she didn't bug out on her as crazy as she was acting. And then how she just kind of talked to her about, you're not going home, I'm not putting you up. But then when she put her up, I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Flo, what game are you playing?
That was
And then,
kinda
of course,
dirty.
like I said, Gabby, the mother, comes out and she puts little Judy to bed. I will definitely say that the Boston squad definitely knows how to handle their Judy.
Right.
So good job, girls.
Boston girls get down.
Keeping her nice and safe. But shout out to you guys out at home. Speaking of Boston, the creators of AfterBuzz are also from Boston. And not only are they delivering you this content for free, but we ask that you guys help support AfterBuzz TV by supporting us. Not only have Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos created AfterBuzz, but they've also created content such as movies. They're creating other networks, Black Hollywood Live, but also movies such as The Adventures of Serial Buddies. It's a brand new movie. It's released on iTunes, so make sure you guys support that. By purchasing that, you're supporting AfterBuzz TV, and we really need your help by supporting all the different ventures that we have created, that we're creating and building here. And please hit us up on iTunes as well and subscribe to the Bad Girls Club after show. It's free. It takes 3 seconds to do. Please support us here at AfterBuzz TV.
Please.
Do it because Chevonne says so. So, now everyone knows Flo won. Flo has to make a decision. Natalie's talking this big game. I can control Flo.
Yeah.
I can put anything into Flo's head, and she wants the twins out. I mean, I understand the twin thing, but I just kind of always thought it was weird that she always was gunning for the twins, especially now. Now Julie's gone, and you would think that, maybe try to use the twins to your advantage. Well, if I can get one to agree with me, the other one will probably come, and that kind of builds your team a little bigger.
Right.
I'm surprised no one thought like that.
But also, too, I don't know, maybe because it seemed easier to break them apart because you see how connected they are. Like when one gets put up, the other one just goes apeshit, you know? So it's like if you get rid of one, it breaks the resolve of the other. You know what I'm saying?
One thing, again, Flo said that kind of was just kind of irritating. She said, I can look anyone in the eyes and lie to them. I mean, I guess you have to do it in the game. It is the game.
I'm sure, and every single one of those girls has done that to somebody.
Oh.
Like, it's. I think she's just saying what we like. A lot of people.
I'm sure they've done it to somebody, but I also think it's like, it's not like you're going into this show not knowing anybody.
Right.
You've worked with these girls before. You have a certain type of bond with some of them. Obviously, Boston Strong is going to be the strongest because they're around each other all the time. But to go in and, just not care about any type of alliances, I don't know. I don't know if I see that as the safe way to play it. I mean, at the end of the day, Flo really doesn't have any alliance in the house. Nobody
not
really trusts her.
steadfast. Yeah, like she kind of flip flops, and I think that's why she made a really good player, a really dynamic player, because it's good not to be able to predict what's going to happen. And so every time Flo would win, I'd be like, good, because I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Exactly.
But she surprised the hell out of a lot of people.
So they went to the pool party. They had a whole bunch of guys out there.
I wonder how they got those guys there, by the way. Like, did they just put a casting call up on Craigslist? Come to a pool party.
Sure. It was that. Judy apologizes because she says, I blacked out last night, but we're here at a pool party, so I'm getting shit-faced.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
How could you even drink the next day like that? I would have the worst hangover.
I think Judy's superpower is that she doesn't, the hangover just makes her want to drink more, so that way she doesn't feel the hangover.
What was the remember the polling question that we saw?
Is Judy a hot mess? She's not bad. What was it? Hot mess.
Hot mess. Jeez, I forgot.
Something else in both, and of course it was both.
It was both. Yeah.
Oh, entertaining or both.
Yeah.
She's both. I mean, first of all, the show Bad Girls Club is a hot mess.
Right.
But it's entertaining. And Judy is just what the show is. She delivers both of those things.
Well, it's like kind of like what, if I'm remembering correctly, what Natalie had said in her interview. Like, once Judy can figure out when to turn it on and when to turn it off, the sky's the limit, because both those parts of her are great, but they just can't always happen at the same time.
Right.
It's just there needs to be a balance. So.
Definitely agree with that.
Party.
So Flo's going over to Judy, the twins, and kind of like, oh, you and your sister, you guys are safe. Don't even worry about it. Judy, I would never put you in. Like, yeah. Then walks across over to Natalie, and that's where the twins are like, oh, I don't trust this bitch.
Right.
Look at her. She all up in Natalie's ass. Again. Like I said to Amber, I thought Amber was, going against Natalie to make it look like, oh, I'm not really cool with Natalie. So maybe Flo was doing something like that. Like, let me go talk to Natalie and make her seem like I'm buddy-buddy with her, and then she's getting eliminated. Didn't happen that way, though.
Yeah.
Flo's talking to Natalie. They say the twins need to go home because of their money situation. They're spoiled. They have somewhere to live. I'm just sitting here like, all the girls like, yeah, they don't need the money. They have somewhere to live. I'm like, they live with their parents. They need the damn money. Don't get it twisted.
It would go a long way.
Right. What does Natalie need the money for?
Exactly. She might just be doing it more for just
Well, she is.
the title of it.
She is.
Yeah.
Which, she said here, she was like, do I need the money? No, but could I use the money? Hell yeah. I mean, who couldn't just use
I'm
it?
gonna throw it away.
Right.
Wipe my butt with it.
Just give it to charity. So Flo goes out, talks to Judy again in Judy's buttless pants.
Oh, I didn't even notice that until like when she was like at the end of the pool party scene.
Yeah.
Like I was like, who's she trying to be? Rihanna? You remember when Rihanna had the denim thong?
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't have those cakes like Rihanna.
She showed that. She had a cake. So Jen thinks she's catching on to Flo's game, which that was kind of exciting. It's going to make me really excited for next week. Because, like I said, I feel like Flo respected Jen for playing the game. And I think Jen had a respect for Flo until she started seeing how Flo was really playing. Because I don't see Jen as being like the manipulative, like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody that they're fine and, you know, do that. Like, no, I'm gonna beat you fair and square on the court.
Right.
So it's two totally different types of competitors. And we get to nominations.
And Flo comes in, so dramatic,
Crying.
walking in
Again.
sauntering.
And she goes out, she says, I need 5 minutes. Well, first of all, she says, you know, what do you guys think? Very interesting, you know, obviously Natalie was like, twins gotta go. The Gabby, Danny were like, obviously Natalie's gotta go. If you're smart, you're gonna put Natalie in. Which is what we thought. I mean, I thought at least the smartest play tonight would have been putting anyone up. It didn't even have to be Jen versus Natalie. Because at the end of the day, everyone's going to vote Natalie out. So you kept Natalie in for what? I can't figure that out. Why would you want Natalie in for one more competition where Natalie could get could get the winner, be in the winner's circle, and then kick you home?
Yeah, she definitely would do that because Flo is a huge competitor.
And that's her biggest competition.
I hope she calls in because that would be like, can that be the number one question, the first question you ask her?
Oh, that's the main reason why I want to speak to her. Because, you know, last week when or a couple weeks back, we were aggravated with Flo because she said, on my child's life. And I didn't get it, why she screwed them over. I thought maybe you are Team Natalie. But then I feel like this episode, we really see how that Flo is playing the game, both physically and mentally. And I just feel like mentally, she messed up tonight.
She did.
I don't understand at all. She flips coins. She says that was how she made her decision. And chose Judy and Gabby.
So random.
Why are you breaking up the squad that you can control?
Run. Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
I think there's maybe some. Flo is very intelligent. I just can't believe that there isn't a big reason. Maybe we'll never become aware of it. Maybe there's something like going on in the background. I don't know. It just doesn't seem. I just don't think she would do that.
I look at it like I think that she doesn't. Maybe Jen is kind of letting her know that she's kind of onto her. So maybe she doesn't fully trust Jen. After sending Julie home, she probably really doesn't trust the twins, which would make sense that of why she went around and talked to everybody to kind of see how they reacted to her. And she probably could have looked at it like, oh, you know, they really don't trust me. So should I give in to them? Should I not give in to them? Will they be cool with me for just this week and then send me home next week? That's the only reason I can picture her trying to break that group up. Judy was pissed off, and then Danny starts flipping out way more than Gabby ever even tried to flip out. And then we get to eliminations. Judy and Gabby. Were you surprised?
About who ended up going home?
Yeah.
Not entirely, no.
No? Well, let's ask a caller. We have a caller on the line. Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, this is Devin. I'm from California, but I live in Atlanta.
What up, Devin?
Atlanta. I'm from Clayton County.
Hey. I called in a while ago. I think for like season 10. I forgot. I walked out.
It's all good. All right. So what are you thinking about the challenge this far? Are you loving it? Are you kind of about it?
I actually loved today's challenges with the whole breakfast and bread. I could tell really like put Judy in tears. I am like not really feeling Flo anymore. Like I'm kind of over her.
Why?
Like because she just flips the script too much. Like
Devin,
at first it seemed like you were playing the game, but now it's like you're just flip flopping too much.
she's flip-flopping too much.
flip-flopping, okay.
I mean, I mean, Flo was kind of always one of my favorite bad girls from past seasons. And then going into this one, I don't know. It's just there's something about her that's kind of different. I don't know. Maybe she's in it and she's really in for the grind of it and for the challenge.
I think she's playing real life. This is real for her. It's not just a show.
Devin, how do you feel about the elimination?
I'm kind of sad Judy went home, but I kind of already figured, like, every time we put the twins up, there's always somebody else besides the twins. So it's like, I mean, you know, I kind of already figured Judy went home.
Did you think it was the smarter play?
No, I feel like she could have put up, like, everybody keeps, like, going back again. Like, Nelly always wants to get rid of the twins. Like, that's not the competition. The competition really is Jen. Like, people always think, people are like, well, Jen's not really anything. Jen is the one that's, like, been kind of floating by throughout the entire time. She doesn't have to be put up for elimination at all.
Yeah.
Like,
She's quiet, too. She's very quiet.
Right.
I noticed that.
That's why I was surprised that she didn't put them up, because at least one of your competition would have went home. And then you would have...
It's funny because she said that. She's like, my competition is Natalie and Jen, but you put up Judy and Kat. Really? Come on now.
It don't make no damn sense. Devin, what else are you thinking about this season?
I'm kind of sad my girl Erica went home, but, you know, her little knee thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Her knee blew up.
I'm sad Stassi went home. I wanted her to stay. Even though I kind of like, it's like a love-hate thing for Natalie. I just feel like she's playing the game how she's playing it in order to stay. But it's like a love-hate thing.
And honestly, I'm actually really surprised at how long Natalie stayed in, because I feel like so many girls were gunning for her that they weren't playing the game correctly. Natalie played the hell out of the game because she was ice skating around the bitches like, hey, I'm still
Right.
Devin, before we let you go, do you have a Twitter handle?
Yes, my Twitter is @musiclover. And I have a quick question real quick.
What's up?
How do you get tickets to the Bad Girls Club reunion?
I'm sorry.
I have yet to find out.
Wait, what did you say?
How do you get tickets to Bad Girls Club reunion?
How do you get tickets to Bad Girls Club reunion? It's different casting companies out here in LA that you can get hired from to actually get the tickets. I don't think they actually give tickets to fans anymore, just because of all the leaking that gets put out there. So they kind of look more for actors. I think it's something new that they're doing now. But yeah, there's different LA casting companies that you can sign up with. But Devin, thank you so much for calling in. Make sure you call in. We're going to have some guests coming up in the next few weeks, so if you ever have any questions for any of them, make sure you call in.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. So the elimination, Judy, Gabby. Judy eliminated. You were surprised?
No, I wasn't.
Why?
Just kind of the way, well, just from like an editing and like filmmakers' vision of it all, the way that the episode was put together, it was Judy's episode.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have ended in a better way if she stayed. It would have been anticlimactic. So she had to go. And remember that little thing at the end of the episodes where it says that the competitors are being guided along by production. So I feel like Judy, it was always going to be her going home. Why else would Flo have picked Judy? I mean, like we were saying, we're both confused by that, right?
Right.
Do you not think that production maybe kind of got in her ear a little bit and was like, you should do this because this, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, I mean, definitely entertainment-wise, if Natalie had gone home this episode, the rest of the episodes would have kind of been a little So I do get that point of it. I'm just really surprised I mean, because obviously Flo's the only one that didn't vote, or only. Well, I
didn't
feel
show
like
their
her vote was gonna be the last vote to be shown. And I really feel like Natalie, Jen, and Danny, all of them voted for Judy, which I'm surprised by Natalie. And I was surprised that Natalie said Judy's a competitor. To a point, but I feel like Judy isn't that big of a competitor.
She wasn't
for you
really
to be worried.
present.
But you've been talking all this ish about getting rid of the twins, and you had the opportunity, and you didn't take it.
Right. Because I feel like between the twins and Judy's a lot more easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
And I think Natalie could have got just worked her little puppet strings a lot easier than the twins.
I don't know. On that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Finally, we get a little action next week. We get the cat fight competition, and then we get a cat fight between Flo versus the twins, and then Jen. I'm really excited to see Flo versus Jen.
Because we haven't had a fight.
No, not a big one.
No, I mean, maybe words, but I don't.
Yeah, a little scuffle, but who do you think's going home next week?
Probably one of the twins.
Really?
It's their time.
I think it's Natalie.
You think it's Natalie? I can't. Natalie is so synonymous with Bad Girls Club. I just can see her at least not being the last 3 or last 2.
I don't think Natalie's going to make it to the top 3. And only because I cannot imagine Flo doing that. Flo allowing that to happen. I can't imagine. Well, at this point, the twins don't want Natalie there. Now the twins are probably going to gun for Flo, though.
I still think they probably dislike Natalie a lot more than they do Flo.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, as far as next week, I think it's really going to... I don't think that one of the twins are going to go home next week.
Really? Okay. I feel like they have to be broken up sometime, and now's the time. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit us up at AfterBuzz TV on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those social media sites. Check out the Adventures of Serial Buddies. Please help AfterBuzz out by checking it out on iTunes and also subscribing to us on iTunes at AfterBuzz TV. Subscribe, download all your favorite TV shows and podcasts. It's free content. And you can follow me at DJ Jesse J on Twitter.
You can follow me at Chevonne_Hughes on Twitter.
Until next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, bitches!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.